warning before you listen. This epic is not for children, nor for the faint of heart. We retell the ancient Greek myths as they were born, unfiltered, unsoftened. Scenes of violence, curses, betrayals, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. Given the many conflicting versions of the Titan War, the events have been rebuilt to complete the missing pieces. Here, we tell the myth as it was meant to be told. Sources and references are listed in the episode description. Chapter 116. From War of the Titans. The clash of weapons and the fall of time. The prisoners. The road to Tartarus. When the fire of kings is extinguished in their eyes, the war had ended, but the earth did not rest. Ash still drifted in the air. The wind still carried the scent of tyranny burnt to its core, and the mountains still groaned under the weight of screams never buried. Above, no sword remained raised, no thunder roared. Only 3 halos walked the wind: Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, the war's victors. But none of them smiled, because what marched ahead of them was not merely an army, but a fallen history. Kronos led the line, his hands bound, his neck dragged by a chain forged from ancient fire, his eyes extinguished, as though time itself had closed within them forever. Behind him, Iapetus walked with a broken neck, as if the entire cosmos pressed down upon his spine. Not because of the heavens, but because of shame. Crius, Menoetius, each wore the mark of the blow that broke them. Yet not all were destined for Tartarus. Atlas was not imprisoned, because Zeus had chosen for him a torment that no gate could contain. Prison was not enough. High upon a distant cliff, at the far edge of war, Atlas was taken. Not in chains of iron, but bound by an unbreakable decree. There, where there is no shadow, no solace, he stood, forced to bear the weight of something eternal. The sky bent down and pressed its full dome upon his shoulders. As Hades passed him, he whispered, "You are not worthy of the dark. You shall face the light, and carry it as a crime that never ends." And so, on that lonely mountain, Atlas bore the sky. No sleep, no fall, no death, only the endless burden, a living monument to defeat. Because some failures are not buried, but displayed like towers upon the land, so all remember. He who dares raise his sword against the throne may be cursed to carry the heavens forever. The rest? They walked in silence. Their chains sang the anthem of an ending. Their eyes, dimmed, blind not to the road but bent before it. No one spoke. Because defeat explains itself. Poseidon stepped forward. He struck his trident into the earth. The stone cracked open and revealed the path to Tartarus.
The Crius, Briareus, and Cottus stood at the gate, not merely as guards, but as judges, with silence that shattered will. Kronos looked into the abyss. He saw no flaw, only endless dark. Then muttered, half spitting, "Everything I built, gone? All of it? For what? You sons of a traitor, this is no victory. This is diseased revenge." Zeus approached, stared into his father's face, and said only, "When you begin your time with blood, don't blame the world if it ends with fire." The wind slapped him. Kronos was pushed in. Iapetus shouted, "You cannot cage time. We will return." Briareus seized his throat and replied, "Who said you were time? You. are a poisonous memory. One by one they were cast in, not walking, but driven, as though they had never been kings. The gate shut, and the sound of chains became the final hymn of a war where only shadow remained. Then, silence. Yet from the depths a whisper rose, like the final ink stroke on the world's last page. No new time shall be born until the old one truly ends. And so ended the war of the Titans. The throne returned to the sky, the sea fell still, and the earth finally exhaled after 1,000 gasps. As for those who survived, they would never live the same, because war never leaves anyone unchanged. Here, this chapter ends. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why. We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.